Wait. Stop. You can't do this. Why? Because these are somebody else's wishes. They're somebody else's dreams. Yeah, but you know what? This one right here. This was my dream, my wish, and it didn't come true. So I'm taking it back. I'm taking them all back. Welcome back to the Should You Watch This with the Popcorn Priest, a weekly podcast where movie enthusiasts, ex-movie theater projectionists, new and old friends take the time to talk about a movie that we just watched and answer that very question, should or shouldn't you watch this? I want to extend a warm welcome and welcome back to the show, Mr. Dr. Dare, my Goonie brother.
Excited to be back. Thank you.
Dr. Dare, take the oath. Join the adventure. The exciting conclusion to our breakdown of the Goonies is next.
Steven Spielberg presents The Goonies.
I'm going to play this in its entirety because this is what trailers were back in 1985.
100%.
Whoa, do you guys realize what we could do? I don't want to go on any
It's
more
so long.
crazy Goonie adventures.
Meet Mikey,
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Brand,
Every trailer was exactly like this, dude. And honestly, they were terrible. This is a terrible trailer format.
Mouth,
Get out from behind there! You're
Mouth.
You're ruining my job!
Stephanie,
Stephanie, man, I don't think that sound effect is in the movie.
Chunk.
It is.
Is it? When he's doing the truffle shuffle?
No, when his bully blinders.
Oh,
Pop
yeah,
call
okay.
themselves The Goonies. They've stumbled onto a legend, but they're not alone.
Chunk, I hope that was your stomach. No.
It's like the whole movie, man. How did we... But we couldn't see trailers only in the theater. Like, really? Maybe on TV a little bit.
They uncover.
Maybe they played more on, like, the radio.
And emeralds and diamonds?
It couldn't be as
The
visual.
lost map.
Whoa! Chris started the tunnel!
The secret caves.
Hey, Mikey! You can hear me! Run! Run!
They haven't said one thing about the Fratellis, dude. They said they're not alone, and then they...
Clues.
It's still going.
The treacherous traps.
Hello, Sheriff. I'm at the Lighthouse Lounge, and I want to report a murder.
Just like that last prank about all those little creatures that multiply.
They make
when
this
you
sound
throw
much
water on 'em.
scarier than it actually was, too.
Dude, there's... I'll tell you this.
Somebody's coming!
Join the adventure
Somebody's coming!
as Steven Spielberg presents The Goonies, a Richard Donner film.
That just doesn't... I mean, you're hearing the whole movie. Also, that doesn't feel like the movie at all.
No, it doesn't. And that, by the way, it's over. It just barely got over.
Yeah.
Also, there is a fan cut of this trailer, and it is so hilarious. They cut it as if it were like a murder thriller.
Yeah, that's kind of what it sounds like.
Oh, it's even better. Whoever did it, look it up. It's brilliant. It's so funny. They cut it where you're like, it's like Seven, like a David Fincher's Seven.
I kind of thought it was like The Reanimator.
Yeah, it kind of felt like that a little bit, just because of the guy's voice.
Yeah.
And Chunk, Mouth,
And Mouse.
Stephanie. From Steven
Dude,
Spielberg.
no Fratellis, but Stephanie's there.
Yeah, Stephanie makes the cut. All right, man. This is going to be the best time you've had all year, and you're welcome.
Let me tell you something, pendejo.
Popcorn trivia. Okay, I'll tell you if this is something I didn't know about previously, and then if I've already heard about it, but there's some good ones.
Okay.
According to Chris Columbus, I didn't know this. He came up with the idea for the Goonies because he grew up in a factory town in Ohio where there was nothing to do. When Columbus was a kid, listen to this, he would go into the abandoned coal mines during the summertime Originally, he was going to set the movie in Ohio, but they changed it to Astoria.
I'm so glad they did.
I'm glad they did too, because coal mines are, dang, those are creepy.
It would have
dude.
changed the whole tone.
Yeah, it would have felt
You like got
different.
this mongoloid dude chained down in a coal mine. Like that's
It would have been like
way
the hills have
darker.
eyes, man.
Yeah, dude, that's way darker.
The reason, and this is, I didn't know this either. Oh, no, I did. Excuse me. Please, I knew this one. Sorry, it was another one I was looking. The reason the kids were called the Goonies, do you know?
No, I didn't
Yes,
look up
you know.
anything, bro.
You know why they're called the Goonies?
I mean, I don't know. I don't think so.
Is that they're all randomly hung out at the local neighborhood on the poorer part of Astoria called the Goondocks.
Ah, yes, the Goondocks.
So that's why
Okay.
they call themselves the Goonies.
Correct.
Because of the Goondocks. According to Sean Astin, he was allowed to keep the treasure map. I did not know this. The same treasure map that was used in the film. Several years later, his mother, who is Patty Duke, by the way,
I don't know who that is.
she's a famous TV actress and movie actress from...
Dukes of Hazzard, of course.
Oh my God. No, not Patty.
It makes sense. Yeah.
Patty Dukes
She
of
wore the
Hazzard.
Daisy Dukes. They're named after the famous Patty Duke.
Yes,
of course.
Of course. Well, his mom, famous mom, Patty Duke, discovered it, thought it was just a crinkled piece of paper, and threw it into the trash. Bro, I could not have felt more angry, sad, and frustrated.
It's just gone. It's just disintegrated into the ground. It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. The original map is deceased.
It's gone. Okay. Okay. Like Selena.
So here's a trivia point, and I put this second after what I just revealed because it makes it it stings more after you hear about what happened with the map, okay? Production designer J. Michael Riva,
How do you spell it?
R-I-V-A, Riva.
It's my favorite part of the podcast.
Riva.
I like Riva.
J. Michael Riva.
If you have a,
Riva.
yeah, Riva.
Okay.
Riva.
J. Michael Riva said in a national public radio interview that before shooting the first scenes with the prop map, he thought that it looked good, but not old enough. So he took it to his hotel room, he aged it with coffee, and then when he couldn't find any paint, he used his own blood. So if you look at the map, I have a replica, but also,
That came in your box set.
yes, it's not as good as pausing it when they have it open. There's some blood on one of the creases. That's his. And then on the bottom part where they point, where mouth points to it, his blood is all in that area. And there's like some
How do you
wax.
get enough of your own blood to do that?
He must have pricked his finger, but it was drippy. So he must have cut it pretty good.
Dude.
That's insane, man. I hate pricks of the needles.
Yeah, I
should
don't
say that
either.
faster. But yeah, I wouldn't do that. But cool that he did that. And also it makes it more sad that it's all that went into it and it's dead.
Yeah, it does make it worse.
At the 40-minute mark, when the Goonies are arguing in the basement of the restaurant, Mikey calls Josh Brolin by his actual name instead of Brand. And I did not catch on that either. And I've watched this 100 times. And
He calls him Josh?
if you watch it, yeah, because I watched it 3 times. And the third time it was after I had done my research. And so I rewound it. Sure enough, you can hear him.
Sure enough.
You can hear him very clearly say, Josh, no, Josh. It says his name.
What?
And I've never heard that. I've watched it a million times.
Humans are so dumb. Our brains are dumb.
Yeah, I just didn't hear it.
We're like, yeah, his name's Josh. Duh.
All right, here's another one. Obviously, this is spoiler zone. And if you haven't seen this, shame on you. The cast was not allowed to see the pirate ship. I'm sure you heard about this. This is probably one of the most talked about pieces of trivia about Goonies is them not having seen the ship.
I don't remember this. This is excellent.
Director Richard Donner wanted to catch their genuine reactions at the size and scope of it. And when they did see it, Josh Brolin was so surprised that he exclaimed, "Holy shit." The scene had to be reshot. So their genuine reactions got spoiled because he was like, whoa, look at this. 'Cause
Holy-
it's a full-size ship.
It almost seems like a waste of time. Like, obviously it's not. It's not.
It
in
is
the,
not a waste
yeah,
of time.
just crazy for like 20 minutes.
I mean, they shot all the scenes in the multi-level. That's in
That's
the
in the actual
it's in
ship.
the ship.
When they're like in
Built
the
it.
bowels, that's in the ship.
Yeah, it's not that's one set.
So crazy.
And all the water is in there enough that they can jump in from those slides. They built those in there.
Walk the plank.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy.
And everyone came to see it during the time it was there. Like Michael Jackson came many times. Well, I mean, probably because he wanted to see the children.
Don't, dude.
But also like Harrison Ford and all these famous actors would hear about it and they wanted to come check it out. It was like a thing. And it was crazy because Richard Donner tried to give it away. He's like, this is a beautiful ship. Someone take it. And no one would take it other than pieces of it for Disneyland. And they scrapped it.
They just tore it all apart.
Yeah, he's like, it hurt his feelings. Because he's like, we built this beautiful ship and no one wanted it for no.
That would hurt my feelings.
I mean, yeah, it hurt mine. All right. Jeff Cohen. You've got to have heard this one too. I did. I knew this one.
No.
He got the chicken pox right after he got the role of Chunk. Okay. He showed up to the set anyway, afraid that they would have replaced him or get fired. He did not mention it to anyone that he had chickenpox. So he says in the Goonies, Watch the Goonies, he's like, if you pause it, when I got my shirt up, you can still see red dots on my tummy.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's not like there was an outbreak. He just did his stuff with the chicken pox.
Well, it was kind of on the tail end, but he didn't want to tell anyone or he thought he would get fired.
Oh, yeah. He didn't want to miss out on his 40 grand.
Yeah, dude.
It's a lot when you're 12 years old.
Yeah. All right, last popcorn trivia, and this is a question.
Okay.
I only got 3 right.
Oh, no. I'm going to miss all of them.
Probably.
Dang it.
All the main characters are referred to by nicknames, which we all know their nicknames easily. And their real names are either rarely mentioned or not mentioned at all. Not their real name.
Yeah, yeah.
But their name,
their childhood character
their
names.
character names. Can you name any of their full names?
No. Nope.
So I got Mikey was Michael Walsh. I got that one.
Okay.
Mouth is Clark Devereaux.
Nope.
Didn't get that one.
Nope.
Data is Richard Wang. I did not know that one.
No.
At all. Brand is Brandon Walsh. I got that one. I got Michael, and Brandon.
I knew Brandon, but they
Yeah.
used that in the movie quite a bit.
Yeah.
They like kind of interchange
Brand, yeah.
Brandon.
Chunk is Lawrence Cohen, which
Okay.
is his actual last name, Jeff Cohen.
Oh, wow.
Andy is Andrea Teresa Carmichael. I didn't get that one.
Nope.
Steph is Stephanie Steinbrenner. And Sloth has a name.
No, he doesn't.
He does. I mean, obviously Fratelli. His last name is Fratelli, but guess what his first name is?
Carl.
Lotney.
What?
That's what it says. Lotney. Lotney.
Okay.
So now we know Chunk. Well, we know Chunk's real name and Sloth's real name.
Lotney
Is
Sloth Fratelli.
Lotney Sloth Fratelli.
Lotney.
Crazy, right? I told you these would be good. I'm
Yeah, I
pulling
didn't know
all the
any of
stops. All right, let's get into.
Wait. I have trivia.
Oh, did I missed some things?
When Mikey and Brand's mom comes home and there's a Hispanic lady who comes in and is helping her and she like takes her to the grocery store
Oh,
and mouth
yeah.
like
Rosalita.
Rosalita. That's the same actress who shoots Selena in the movie. Oh. I'm watching it with my wife.
Is that what happened in real life? Selena got shot?
Yeah.
And it's by this lady?
Yeah.
I mean,
in the movie.
in the movie.
She shot Jennifer Lopez. But my wife, we're watching it and we've watched this a lot. And she's like, I think she killed Selena. And I immediately grab my PlayStation controller and pause it. I'm like, what are you talking about? And so we Google it Sure enough, we go to her history, her movie
No
history,
way.
and she's in Selena. So
She killed.
pretty
Selena.
crazy though. She's the actress that shoots her. That's like her other big role.
That's not good.
Dirty Rosalita. Oh man.
Any more trivia that I missed?
No, that's it. That's it. Just straight from my wife. Thank you, Peach.
Thanks. Shout out to Peach. Even though I like calling her by her real name, Anaï.
Anaï.
It's so
Thank you,
much
Anaï.
nicer.
Correct.
All right, let's get into popcorn beefs.
Where's the beef? Hey, where's the
You can
beef?
just skip this, bro.
Okay, this is I have to do beefs because that's part of my show. And I have no beefs with the film, just to clear the record. Let the record show that
Yeah,
I have
we're
no
s-
beefs.
We're grasping at straws for the sake of the section.
But these beefs I found some beefs through trivia.
oh, like inconsistencies thing. Okay,
I'll let you know why I beefed about the thing that I found out.
okay.
Okay. When NBC broadcast the film, it added a scene of Chunk and Sloth following the trail of the other Goonies, but then it cut out 20 other minutes. Okay.
Wait.
There's a lot to unpack here. Okay. For me personally, the beefs are number one, this movie has a lot of deleted scenes that I did not know about, which is a beef for me. And then also, why are they doing that? Because additionally, when I watched this on HBO, my free pirated HBO, One-Eyed Willie HBO,
Yeah.
they added in the octopus scene.
Yeah, dude.
So I saw it, and that's where I saw it first. My first experience was seeing that, and then when everyone's like, "Where's the octopus?" I'm like, "I saw it, it's in the movie," and they're like, "No, it's not." I'm like,
It's not in it. And he calls it out at the end when they're talking
Correct.
to the reporter. It's like, and the octopus? And I was like,
The octopus
wait a
was very
second.
scary.
Yeah, like what? I didn't. Yeah, so.
yeah.
Okay,
So there's
okay.
three other scenes that
He just held up 4 fingers. Everybody.
I did. As soon as I looked over, I was like,
He held up 4 fingers.
"There's 3 other scenes." Maybe I was including the one that I was.
In addition, 4 total, 3 additional scenes.
3 additional scenes.
4 total.
Including the octopus scene. And now I'm going to tell you about all of them. But that's one of my beefs is them adding and cutting things whenever they want. Not cool, NBC.
Why would you? Maybe they cut out all of the shit. It's like 1 minute per shit used. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they just that cropped out 20 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. We already mentioned that Richard Donner tried to give the ship away. That's a beef to me.
Yeah.
That not even a rich guy wanted to put it in his backyard or something.
You know we like the movie when we're like beefing about things that happen. Like this has nothing to do with the film.
No.
But it's still a beef that
Yeah.
technically has to do with the Goonies.
Yeah, that's where I'm pulling beefs from. Here's another crazy. This is a beef and a revelation at the same time.
Okay.
At around the 58-minute mark on the DVD commentary that I watched, which everyone should watch, it's so awesome. By the way, Andy looks like she has not in that portion of the DVD commentary. So it's probably 25 years later. She looks like she has not aged a day. It's
amazing.
insane.
It's amazing.
You need to watch it.
What a cutie.
So Chunk, Jeff Cohen, claims that the confession of puking off the theater balcony is not based on anything in real life. Okay. For him, this is incorrect. The basis for the theater story was a real-life prank pulled by none other than the executive producer Steven Spielberg while growing up in Phoenix, Arizona.
Even the like audience throwing up.
Yeah. So this is based on something he did, a prank that he pulled. Sounds awesome.
It does, and it just sounds so likely. It's so outlandish, and also like if I thought throw up landed on me, I'd throw up. I mean, for sure. Wasn't there a movie where that happened?
Yeah, the Alien movie.
Yeah.
Everyone puked when
Yes.
Bishop's head got...
Yes.
Or not Bishop, what's the... Ash. When Ash's head gets hit off of
The
his...
white goo.
The white goop, the milk. By the way...
Oh, no, I'm thinking of This Is the End.
Yeah, let's not talk
Sorry.
There's so many things of that movie that hurt my brain.
Not me.
Okay. All right. Here's another one. For the line of dialogue where Corey Feldman, Mouth, had to dub in the name of a fast food chain, Godfather's Pizza, when Straw Hat Pizza refused participation in the film.
What?
It's called Straw Hat Pizza. And there's some rumors out there. I saw other people talk about this very line, and they said it's Domino's Pizza. It's not. It's Straw Hat Pizza. You can see his mouth. I watched this in slow motion, and he's like, Straw Hat Pizza. And they had to dub it, because I always felt like there's some weird instances in the movie where I'm like, that's not what he's saying. He's saying Godfather's Pizza, but they had to add it in because they didn't want their name on it.
Like slandered.
But also, do you remember Godfather's Pizza?
Yeah.
It was so good.
Absolutely, dude.
And I think it's because of this film. There was some hype for it.
Yeah, maybe. Straw Hat.
I don't even know what that is. It might be a regional. Was it a regional pizza place?
If it was, I don't remember it. And I never ate at Straw Hat Pizza.
Sounds horrible.
I mean, I guess I could have. I was a kid. I mean,
Godfather's Pizza sounds way cool.
Correct. Godfather's Pizza was the first pizzeria that had video games.
It smelled good in there. It was delicious. I felt like I was at a high-end restaurant when I was a kid.
No.
I was like, oh man, here we are, Godfather's Pizza. Better put on my good jeans.
I must be doing something right.
Yeah, this dad must have got a bonus or something. I don't know. We're splurging now.
Good job, Dad.
Thanks for the Godfathers.
Oh,
so good. All right, last beef. These ones always make you sad, and I'm sorry. A sequel will likely never happen, since the actors said they wouldn't return without the original actors and director. As of 2021, Anne Ramsey, John Matusek.
Perfect.
Keith Walker, Lupe Ontiveros, Mary Ellen Trainor, and Richard Donner all have died. So those are Mama, Sloth is dead. He's a ex-Raiders player.
He was ripped.
He was huge.
When he's got them by the ropes.
Yeah.
I remember literally last night, I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, Sloth.
He's a monster.
No wonder when he pulls the Superman logo comes out, they're like, oh, we're toast.
Yes.
He's like, Sloth.
Oh, man. Oh. Yeah.
Richard Donner, obviously the director. I don't know who Keith Walker is.
Hopefully he's one of the guys trying to buy the town. He's Bucket Guy's dad.
Oh, no. He is Mr. Walsh.
Oh, no. The curator, the museum curator.
Yeah, and he went on to, that was his last acting appearance, and he went on to write Free Willy.
What?
Yeah, he was the writer of Free Willy. Crazy,
I watched that a lot when I was a kid.
And who's Mary Ellen Trainor? I bet it's the mom. Yep. It's the mom. Mama died. The other mom. The Goonies mom died.
Yeah, the Goonies mom.
So, but you know what? I feel like you and I could come up with a fairly decent, what do they call it? Not a full script, but like a working title, like a working placeholder, like a spec script.
Is that what it's called? A spec script?
Where it's like just like a treatment where you just write a few pages of like what it could be about.
Just put like a detailed plot.
Yeah.
And
like I feel like you could have, Aston's awesome. He's been in Stranger Things. He could come back as a dad. Brolin could come back. That would be so sick. They're all working actors except for Chunk. He's a Hollywood attorney, but he probably I don't think he'd come back.
You don't think he would? It could be part of the thing, like how they did It.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Where like they got to go find. They're different. They're a different character, perhaps. Maybe some are identical.
Or there's other kids.
Yeah, dude, Josh Brolin's still doing the arm shit or something.
He's huge now.
Yeah, it's Thanos. I told my kids that it's Thanos, and they're like, "What?"
Yeah, and Cable from
dude.
Yeah,
yes,
Josh Brolin. It's sad for me, and that's a beef. I'm kind of the vein of, I don't really care if it would be horrible. I would still just want to have it in my life. Aren't you that way with like Star Wars films? Like, yeah, they're probably not as good as the originals, but hey, it's a Star Wars film. We're watching some people.
It depends. Like, I didn't need Dumb and Dumber 2 or Zoolander 2. And I really love Dumb and Dumber and Zoolander. But I am that way with a franchise that has
like
more
Predator.
content. Predator.
Like, give me more Predator.
Correct. I don't care if it's terrible. Just continue making them.
Yeah.
I want to see the Predator kill. So this one's tough because I think it would have to be good or I would be pissed. But I think you could make it good. I mean, it would just have to be treated respectfully. You know what I mean? And you'd have to capture that same magic somehow. If you can't get that magic, you just don't do it, in my opinion.
And maybe that's where you would get the saving grace from the cast members. They would probably read the script and be like, okay, I'm not doing this. This is not
correct.
Hopefully that's where it would come
correct.
to.
I think that you and I mean, we're two creatives. I think we could come up with something if we put our heads together that would do it the justice it deserves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
and I will say, I think one of the things that's cheesy, but that I would like is to replay a lot of the scenes that are funny, but them as like seeing Thanos on a tiny bike. Like if you could come up with a reason for him to get on a bike and him just looking at it like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. And a lot of like
something happens.
He doesn't have to look into the camera per se.
Yeah. You don't need to break the fourth wall, but
at least like, are you kidding me?
Like
right
I'm in
now?
the same situation again.
But it would be this reveal of him realizing it and how did it just happen and now I got to jump on this.
Correct.
Like
correct.
Those would be really fun.
Yeah, it'd be fun to put them in situations like that. Gadgets. You'd have to boil down the things that we loved and then almost pay fan service to those things and then also have an intriguing plot with it. But
you know what would be really cool is a prequel about One-Eyed Willie coming to
absolutely
ship in there. It'd be like a Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Absolutely.
It would probably be PG-13 because it'd be pretty stabby at the end, but
it'd be cool.
I think
that's a great idea.
That would be super fun.
Yep.
The Legend of One-Eyed Willie.
100%.
Dang, man, you're welcome. Whoever wants to take that, send me some PayPal money and we'll be fine. We'll square.
Some doubloons, just a couple.
Yeah, actually, I do have some doubloons over there on the table. So if you want to have some. All right. Any other beefs before we get into popcorn puzzles?
I mean, no.
My other beef is, and I don't know where we're going to talk about this. Let's see. Is the deleted scenes. Maybe I should talk about it. No, I'm going to talk about it in puzzles.
Maybe we went on a vacation to the Redwoods, and part of the reason was so we could go to Astoria and like see all these spots from the movie. So we saw where they looked through the doubloon. We saw the house, and the house, there are people who just live in it. And they're
not now. It is I think it's a bed and breakfast, maybe. It got sold recently because it was on the market. I almost bought it.
Bro, I'm going to break your mic. Should have seen his face.
No, I was dead serious. I contemplated it, and I even brought it to my wife. I was like, what are the...
How much was it? Like $1 million?
It was like $1.2 million.
Yeah, it's not on like a bunch of land or anything.
But you could totally make that money back in.
For sure. I would stay there.
Like none of the interior looks anything like it used to, but the exterior does. And just being able to say I stayed in the Goonies house.
Yeah, that was my beef.
You could literally theme out certain bedrooms and it would be a super fun thing for people. Yeah, I almost bought it.
Okay, how are you just now bringing up the fact that you almost bought the Walsh's house?
I don't know.
That's my beef is with Chris, with the popcorn priest. Like, what the hell,
maybe we
bro?
could have pooled our money together.
You didn't did you know me at the time?
Yes, it was a year ago.
I'm about to drop some expletives. But when we went there, they were not cool with you. They didn't want you there.
That was
so we had to cruise by really fast and then and it sucked
because it's up that little driveway.
Yeah, it's kind of like on a scary bend. You can't see, you can't just hang there or people will hit you. So that sucked.
Yeah.
You know, we couldn't like get a good look at it. You know, you could if you bought it with a good friend. You could.
Yeah, it was on the market, not so anymore.
Now it's a bed and breakfast.
I don't know
the name of it.
I got to see if it's available, like an Airbnb or something. If they don't do that with it, they're dumb. Like that's what they should do with it.
I mean, it's pretty dope property anyway, though.
True.
It's a great spot, but yeah,
they can make more money.
Interesting.
By selling.
I can't believe I didn't know that about you.
All right, let's get into popcorn puzzles.
Okay.
A sphincter says what? What? A sphincter says
this.
what? What? Exactly.
All right. Here's a personal puzzle.
Okay.
And through all my research, it has not been solved. So this is a true puzzle. I've always wondered what's up with Stephanie's backstory. So when we see her in the first of the film, they're introducing the characters in those shots, those cool shots.
Yep.
She's basically homeless, bro. Like she's bathing in a rain barrel. She's like washing her hair in some like dock. What is going on, dude? But then she's all of a sudden hanging out with Troy, who's a member of the country club. Like she why is she bathing outside? Is she homeless? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I want to know what is going on with that scene. She has that weird cap thing that she puts on, and she's literally washing her face in a dirty rain barrel out on the dock.
I am speechless.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
I can't even make something up.
She might be homeless. What is she doing out there? What is she just? I don't know. She's going to school, obviously, but I don't know I don't know. That's a puzzle.
It makes me want to watch the beginning of the movie again.
I know.
And like pay closer attention.
Because she's wearing weird clothes and like bathing and washing her face and hair in this bucket, this like barrel in like a dirty area, Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying. It's a puzzle. I don't know.
That's a great one. Whoa.
Here's a crazy one I didn't know about. One-Eyed Willie's skull was made from real bone. But here's a caveat to that. When I was watching Watch the Goonies with the Goonies, Dick, I'm going to start calling him Dick because that's what everyone...
Richard Donner.
Yeah, Richard Donner. They just called him Dick.
I almost called him Dick Donner earlier, but it just sounded...
I know
sounded wrong.
Whenever they're all the kids are talking to him, they're like, "Oh, hey, Dick." It's weird to me, but... So Dick said that the skeletons were real and from India, but then he said Indianapolis, and then he started laughing. So I'm not really sure anything we can trust from Dick is true.
I think you should rephrase that, but I get your meaning. It's a puzzle. It's a puzzle.
But here's the other thing to that is Dick kept both One-Eyed Willie's head and a model of the ship. So he must have wanted
Why didn't he keep the whole ship?
Well, that's a big ship, man.
I know, but like
where would he put
famous. He would just dock it on the ocean.
I mean, that last scene where it's floating on the ocean, it looks so real, man.
There's no way that scene is real.
I don't know. I want to look into that more, but
that one is one where it felt like a green screen, and they did it like behind.
Those sails look like they're moving really naturally. Like
I think it was probably floating.
Like maybe they shot it separately.
Yeah, and then they had the like kind of iconic, rocks, and it was behind the rocks.
So I think it's easy to layer it in.
But
I don't know. When it's floating out there, it looks pretty good.
It's a great shot. Here, how about this? There's like $1 billion on that ship. What the fuck happened to it in the movie?
I know. I've thought about this so much.
I think about it. That's like the thing that takes me out of the movie.
My son, at the very end, he's like, "Dad, why don't they just get in a boat right
Correct.
now and go get the money?"
Yes. Connor, exactly.
Or figure out where it's going to sink, because it'll probably sink soon because there's holes in it.
Yep.
And just go dive and get it.
Correct. Like the jewels that Selena's murderer had, that's what saved the house and not the entire ship that's like right there.
Yeah,
it's like right there.
Get a boat.
Correct.
Go get a boat immediately.
I don't know. The movie's like an hour longer if they tie up that one loose end, but it's definitely a loose end for me.
Yeah. That's a puzzle. That's a good puzzle.
It's a good puzzle.
Yeah. I'm not beefing it.
That's how you start the second movie. Is they've they've become seafarers, and the very first shot is all of them old now sailing on the same ship, dude, and they become real life pirates.
No.
Yeah, yep. I love it.
No. Okay, here's something that I didn't know. At the 59-minute mark, the bats, they were made of crumpled black pieces of crepe paper, and they were shot out of a cannon. Not the ones that are floating in front of camera. They're just on
like
strings.
Dangling in their face.
Yeah, they're pretty crappy. But when they shoot out initially, they look really good.
Yeah.
It looks like a ton of bats are coming out, and it's just paper.
Interesting.
It's cool. At the 1 hour, 2 minute mark, Richard Donner, Dick, unintentionally started giggling. This one I had to rewind, and it's there. I kid you not.
Okay.
Maybe because I could hear it on my awesome speakers, but he started giggling when they filmed the scene when Chunk starts crying, when the ice cream gets taken away from him, the last scoop. And they kept it in the film. You can hear him like wheezing.
Oh my gosh. I wheezed. That's probably why I've never heard it, because I make the same noise. Because he's like kind of sitting on the ground underneath him.
Just kind of.
And he like sees him eating his ice cream and grabs it from him.
Well, it's a two leveled where he's got the spoon and the ice cream. Yep. They take the bucket and he's like, well, at least I got one more bite. And then they take the spoon as well. And he he starts crying. And you can hear Richard Donner, Dick is laughing in the background.
I think we should just agree on this now. You can call him Richard or you can call him Dick Donner. But if you say
Dick,
but not Dick.
I have to say Dick Donner.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. From here henceforth, I will call him Dick Donner. All right. Here's some more stuff that I didn't know. Okay. There's 3 deleted scenes. Well, 4. Because I mentioned with my bad math. There's the one is on the Blu-ray. You can watch it. You can also watch all of these on YouTube because YouTube. But it's called the Stop and Shop scene. So there's a scene between when they go to the... I think it's before they get to the restaurant, and they're in like a 7-Eleven, but it's like a local 7-Eleven.
Yeah, just like
shop.
a corner store.
Yeah, and it's great. Like, you should watch it. I have it on Popflix if you want to see it.
I'm in.
There's some funny scenes where Chunk he's literally in the ice cream like container area where it's like a tabletop one where you open it from the top, and he's kind of leaned over in. And he's taking the tops of all the ice cream pints, and he's taking 2 or 3 licks and then putting the pint lid back on. It's so great. And then Troy comes in with Andy and Stephanie, and he starts picking on the Goonies. And he even takes the map, because Mike has it out, and he's comparing it, which is awesome. He's comparing it with a map of Oregon.
Oh, wow.
And he starts to see the comparison of the coastline.
He's like matching lines.
And he's like, oh, I know where this is, guys. And that's where they go later on their bikes. And then he takes the map out of Mikey's hand, and he's like, oh, they don't make rolling paper like they used to. And he lights the back end of it and starts puffing on it. And that's where you get all the burn marks on the map that you don't, I mean, you think that it's just from the map. But it's him.
Yeah, maps are all
burned,
you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's and there's some great jokes from Mouth. Like, it's a great scene. I would have loved to have it back in. It's really good.
Okay, I have a weird thing that I liked that I'll forget if I don't say it now because my brain's dumb. Andy, when they're down in the well, she's like, but I'm not a Goonie. And then when he pulls up when he pulls up his Troy pulls up his Letterman jacket or whatever, he's like, Andy, you Goonie. And then like that's like the epitome of what makes this movie awesome. Is now she is a Goonie. Yeah. She's a Goonie now.
By doing that thing.
She's one of them. And I loved it. And I don't know why I'm bringing it up now. I don't know a better spot, but it was awesome.
I have the most beautiful thing that I'm going to share with you at the end of this podcast that is related to that.
Yes.
and I've saved it for the end.
Okay, good.
Okay, the second deleted scene is the giant octopus, which we mentioned. You can watch that again on YouTube, or better yet, buy the Blu-ray where you can see all these scenes.
Yep.
It's really funny and good. I see why they took it out, because the mechanics of the octopus are kind of janky, and the way they get out of like the kerfuffle with this octopus is Data sticks his Walkman in the pincers of the octopus.
Oh my gosh, I think I've seen this.
And it dances away at it's like dancing to the music that he put into the
Oh man,
mouth.
okay, I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He's like gets the beat.
Yeah. That's
okay.
It's silly, but I don't mind it. And then the last one is a combination of two scenes that I did not know existed. One is an extra scene where Chunk and Sloth, it's an extended scene, where they're under with the pipes and they're catching up.
Yeah. And you
Mikey.
hear like the explode. You hear like the car crash and a lady scream.
Yeah, there's an extended scene where they're talking, and Chunk's talking about a kid in his grade school where he's like, yeah, there was this kid in school. He had this big hairy thing on his neck, and people made fun of him. And he's like, kind of like you. And he's like, Anyway, so when they make the car crash scene,
yeah,
apparently that triggers a chain reaction of events, and 2 gorillas escape from the zoo. And Steven Spielberg directed these scenes of these gorillas who steal Troy's car and take it for a joyride, and it ends in an explosion where they hit a cop car.
That's filmed. That's
the one that's the least. It's the harder one to find, and it's the very
like it doesn't have anything to do with the show.
Way poor quality. It's like really blurry if you find it. I couldn't find it on any of the media. It was only on YouTube that I could see it.
Oh wow.
And you could tell it was someone who filmed someone watching a work print, which is before it's available to the public. And you can see that they kind of like filmed it with their camera or something. But it's a wild scene. It's weird. And definitely shouldn't have been in the movie, but it's crazy that I didn't know about it.
That like wasn't as common back then. I feel like that's very much, Family Guy, where the plot can just spin off into any number of different, know, situations.
Yeah.
I just don't think you saw that. It was much more linear.
It's weird, but I didn't know about that. That was a puzzle.
Yeah, I never heard that either.
All right, here's another crazy thing. In the storybook of the film, I didn't know that's a puzzle. I didn't even know that existed. But One-Eyed Willie's backstory is told by Francis Fratelli when the Fratellis take the doubloon from Chunk. One-Eyed Willie, whose real name is William B. Portobello. Portobello.
Spell it.
Pordobel. Portobello. Portobello.
I don't know.
He was a court jester before becoming an ingenious pirate. When he was banished from the 5 Spanish courts for his practical jokes, and formed a band of pirates who marauded hundreds of the king's ships and accumulated a treasure worth millions. Willie's ship, the Inferno, was attacked by 3 of the king's ships, and Willie steered his ship into a hidden underground cavern and was sealed within by cannon fire from the British. Willie and his men had spent a couple of years trying to repair the ship and had built underground caves with weird booby traps to protect the treasure.
Booty traps.
Booty. That's what I said. Setting booby traps.
Booty.
One of Willie's men escaped to tell Willie's story, which became the legend. I didn't.
Why are they off the? Why is he like? What court was he in? The Spanish court.
He was a court jester
in the Spanish court.
Yeah, but then all of a sudden the British are attacking him. So maybe
they're in like Oregon.
Well,
just off he made it to the Oregon coast.
I read about that. It would be very hard. It's possible, and it's happened, but very unlikely that you could sail all the way down and up.
Yeah, it'd be highly unlikely, but
it happened. It's just
he
very
was
remote.
He was an ingenious pirate.
That's what they said.
So, yeah. Okay.
The other crazy thing is why would the British chase him all that way?
They were good buddies with the Spanish back then.
Yeah. All right. Last couple puzzles. At the 1 hour, 40-minute mark near the end of the film, Data says something in Cantonese, and Cantonese subtitles are shown. I always wanted to know what he said, and I didn't turn the subtitles on. The subtitles translate to, "He is a big, strong man."
Huh. Okay.
And he is speaking fluent Cantonese because he does.
Yeah.
That was a puzzle solved. The arcade game you see Chunk playing in the pizza place at the beginning of the film, guess what it is?
I don't know.
Cliffhanger.
Really?
They had a video game called Cliffhanger, and he's playing it, which, again, I need to go and pause to see if I can see anything.
Yeah. Oh,
That's what he's playing. Last two, 1 hour and 17 minutes in the film. At one point in the movie, the character played by Sean Astin cries out, "Holy Mackenzie." I always wondered, like,
yeah, what's that from?
What does that mean? When I was a kid, I always used words that were not swears, but felt like swears because I couldn't.
Acapulco.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
I would just say, like, or I'd say bad words backwards. I would say them backwards to try to, I don't know.
Cuff you, bro.
So the reason why he said that is it's a shout out to his brother, Mackenzie Austin. He wanted to shout him out in the movie.
Huh.
So that's a puzzle solved.
Interesting.
And the last one, the cast features 4 Academy Award nominees: Sean Astin,
Yep.
Josh Brolin,
Yep.
and Ke Huy Quan,
Yep.
which he's obviously won.
Oh, man.
And Anne Ramsey. And obviously, as of 2023, Quan is the only winner among them, having the one Best Supporting Actor. And I watched, again, his acceptance speech because I read about this, and it's so amazing.
His comeback, his like little revival here is like one of the only, I think, really heartwarming things that's maybe happening like at all on Earth.
Yeah.
It's just, there's so much negativity, and you just see that guy. I'm watching Loki.
Oh my God.
And
he's easily one of the better parts of that.
Yeah, dude.
series.
And Peach is like, is he playing the same person? I'm like, I don't care. I just don't care. I just want to hear his voice. I want to see, he just seems so genuine.
Yeah.
I just want to see, he could just do anything. I don't care. It just makes me so fucking happy to
The way
see
he
him.
plays his character is his name O or something? I can't remember.
OB.
Yeah.
OB.
He's so good in it.
He's
man.
awesome, dude.
It doesn't.
Ouroboros, like,
Yeah.
and his character's really cool.
Yeah.
And
I love how matter of fact, because he's a scientist in both.
Well, then we would die.
Yeah.
We would die.
Yeah, we would die.
Yeah. He's so good, dude. It's just, I'm so happy for him.
Yeah. That's, I mean, probably a good segue into redemption, our last category.
Oh, I love it.
Do you have any puzzles? I
No.
tried to scrape all the barrel for those puzzles because I wanted. This is a love letter for me, so I wanted to get as many as I could.
What happened to the Fratellis? You know, they're just in jail now. What happened to all that money? What were they doing with the money?
Yeah.
They didn't really.
Were they able to save everyone's houses or just a couple of houses?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, how much are all those jewels worth?
Yeah. Enough to probably save a house or two, I would think. But I don't know about like
you might
a neighborhood.
Have $1 million. Some of those were big.
Those are big.
So you might have millions. I don't know.
Couple million, 3 million. But back then you could probably save 5 houses.
Yeah. You're saving each kid's house.
But I don't know about the neighborhood. I mean, if it's a golf course, like that's a lot of houses you got to tear down.
Yeah, true. I mean, my neighbors owned a golf course. They sold it for like 10 or 11 million. And they built 250 homes on it. I don't know.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Anyway, popcorn redemption.
I have exorcised the demons.
Okay, so I only have a few redemptions because we've been gushing about this film the entire time. Obviously, we like this film, and that's why we're reviewing it.
Yeah, spoiler alert. You should watch this.
Yeah. We already talked about how I'm just going to say it again. We just talked about Quan and how he screams holy S-H-I-T.
Yep.
Just listening to him in the movie is, you can tell he's just the nicest guy, even back then when he was a kid. What an awesome guy.
His acting is legit too. The way he acts so frustrated when he has to keep explaining himself, is hilarious. Like for such a little kid to convey that level of comedy, all of them were very similar, but his especially really was good. he just
like he's probably like this like weighing Mikey and him and his performance. Mikey more of the tender-hearted.
Yeah, overall Mikey's he was the leader. He carried a lot more.
Yeah.
But
Data, like when he fell and he's like, I'm spending months and months inventing them, and Data is falling. It's just so good.
He almost says it in like an odd broken English too, like his native language is Cantonese, and he's not. These lines weren't written for him. He's just spitting them out, man.
So good. The next one is. The film was selected into the National Film Registry in 2017 for being culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant.
Amazing.
And I support that. Again, I should have put all these together, but we're talking about Kwan again. During a March 2022 New York Magazine interview with Kwan to promote his role in Everything Everywhere All at Once, Kwan said that his entertainment lawyer is his Goonies co-star Jeff Cohen. And during a January 2023 Hollywood Report Actors Roundtable, Kwan said that it was Cohen who drew up his deal to appear in Everything Everywhere All at Once. Quote, he's all grown now. He's an entertainment lawyer. He's my entertainment lawyer. So when the producer of our movie was trying to make my deal, he said he would never have imagined that he would have to talk to Chunk to get Data to be in his movie.
That's cool.
When Kwan won his Best Supporting Actor Oscar for Everything Everywhere All at Once, Cohen was one of the people he thanked in his acceptance speech by calling him my Goonies brother for life.
Yep.
And that's just awesome. Do you have any other redemption?
The Andy scene was really cool. We talked about that. No, I mean, I just love I love the movie. I think part of the redemption is that it stayed relevant for so long. I mean, I'm 40. I have a 16-year-old daughter who was begging to watch it with me last night. My 12-year-old son did.
My wife will watch this with us.
Yeah.
Anyone will watch this.
There's a lot of movies from my childhood that my kids just don't care about.
No.
And there's just something special. There's something magical about this that, again, it's not a generational thing. It's only assholes don't like it. Everyone likes it.
I never would have thought you would come up with that, but I support it 100%.
Yeah.
That's the only people that don't like
all ages, all sizes, all colors, all whatevers. Everybody likes this movie. Except assholes. And there's not a lot. I mean, you talk for me to be like contemplating whether or not this movie, just a dumb, kind of not big deal family movie is as good as Jurassic Park. That had like I mean, that changed film. It just changed movies. This isn't going to change. This is nothing like that. And that makes it even, the fact that we're talking about that with Jurassic Park, that's some huge redemption.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. It's just, there's a magic to this film that's up there with Home Alone. That's up there with these
Home Alone,
crazy iconic
that you want to watch over and over and over. Like I'm getting excited to watch Christmas Vacation with my family.
Yeah.
Well, not with my wife. My kids are, some of the jokes might be a little too much for them, but like those kind of movies that you're like, oh, it's that time. I'm excited to watch
100%.
Yeah, this is one of those films. Are you ready for our final treasure, One-Eyed Willie treasure? Well, actually,
kind of sad.
Actually, let me give you a couple of like, these are honorable mentions, and they're sound bites that I just love.
Excellent.
Okay? Here's one of them.
Sheriff, look, this time I'm telling you the truth. I'm locked inside the Patelli's basement with this guy.
Rocky Road?
Dude, Sloth, did you know I didn't put this in numbers, but his makeup took 5 hours to put on. And Dick Donner, he told them there was one of the first times he had the makeup put on, and it took 5 hours. He's like, he went out to all the kids. He's like, listen, guys, I know we're doing this water scene with John or whatever his name is. You can't get his face wet, or it'll just jack it up, and then he's got to go in for 5 more hours. What do? instantly get him splash his face with water.
Like on purpose?
Not on purpose. They just are dumb kids and they forgot. Like I tell my son, go brush your teeth. Within seconds,
dude,
he doesn't even remember.
My TV so I can watch the Goonies. It's a 75-inch TV. It's normal. It's not a crazy nice TV, but it's big. It's leaning against the couch. And I'm like, Alex, I need you to just kind of stay here, put your foot here so it can't slide. And I'm like screwing the bolts in. And all of a sudden I hear this thing. He's not watching the TV. He's playing with my big dog and he's bumped it. And I turn around just in time to see my TV start sliding away.
Oh my God.
And I put my foot out and catch it. And I'm like, Alex.
What are you doing?
This is our only TV.
This was seconds ago, dude.
Come on, bro.
I told you.
Yeah, so it's just kids. That's how kids are.
Yeah, so they screwed his makeup on, and this sweet guy didn't say a word to him, didn't get mad. He got out of the water, got back into the chair, and got his makeup done again to do the shot. Everyone said he was such a sweetheart and really a great guy.
Love it.
But yeah, 5 hours to put that makeup on.
It's terrifying. His teeth are terrifying, dude.
Yeah.
They're more jagged than his eye line. Like his teeth freak me out.
And the gum.
Yeah. His lack of teeth.
Yeah, the gums area is really aggressive. And you know what? There was another thing that I forgot to bring up on puzzles was when he's holding him and he pulls Chunk up for the first time and he's like laughing in his face.
Where he kisses him.
And he kisses him in the mouth.
Uh-huh.
He says, I always thought he said, you smell like fish heads. But he says, phys ed. You smell
like physical education.
Like phys ed.
Yeah. Like you smell like phys ed.
When I was a kid, I was like, he smells like fish heads. And I was like, oh yeah, that stinks.
I didn't notice. I never really thought about it till last night. I'm like, oh, like a locker room. I'm imagining like the wrestling mats.
Yeah. Here's another one, dude. This is actually, you know what? I'll wait to play this last soundbite after we do my special end for this episode.
Okay.
I thought it would be fitting since we love this movie so much. I always thought that there should be or is a Goonies Oath.
Oh.
And there is.
What?
And it was in the script for them to do a scene by having Stephanie and Josh and Andy do the oath to get them to be inside the well.
Yeah.
But they just never shot it, but it was in the script to do it. So the oath exists. And would you like to become a Goonie?
Oh my gosh. Wait, I got pardon the mic sound. I'm sitting up straight.
Yeah, we gotta move our bodies to take advantage of this.
I might actually cry. There's something wrong with me here.
I wonder if we should play the Goonies theme while we're
play the like soft one. Do you?
I don't have that. I just have the Goonies theme.
Let's do it.
Let's try it.
Play the chase theme.
All right. You must repeat after me, Dr. Dare. And those who are listening can also become honorary Goonies. You must stand and make a salute or some kind of cool arm gesture.
Sit at attention. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Give us your best seated.
No, you know what? Let's do the scout. I've got my hands.
Okay.
With 3 fingers in the scout oath, dude. Let's go.
I will never betray my Goondock friends.
I will never betray my Goondock friends.
We will stick together until the whole world ends.
We will stick together until the whole world ends.
Through heaven and hell.
Through heaven and hell.
And nuclear war.
And nuclear war.
Good pals like us will stick like tar.
Good pals like us will stick like tar.
In the city.
In the city.
Or the country.
Or the country.
Or the forest.
Or the forest.
Or the boonies.
Or the boonies.
I am proudly declared a fellow Goonie, Dr. Dare.
Proudly declared a fellow Goonie.
Woohoo!
Woo!
Yeah.
That's legit.
Let's do some.
You got to send that to me. I'm going to induct my kids.
There's the applause too.
Yeah. That's cool as hell.
All right, man.
I'm really sad. Is it over? It feels over. I'm so sad.
I have one more sound bite that I think would be great to end on, and then we'll do my outro.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to say before we sign off?
No,
the
just
200th and 201 episode.
Yeah, just don't be an asshole. This is like one of the most special movies ever.
Yeah.
Ever. And that's it. I'll just leave it at that. Fucking love this movie.
Oh, wait. Let's give our rating before I...
Whatever the highest rating is, I'm going to make up a new rating called 1 billion doubloons.
I wish I had another sound, a special sound.
10 infernos.
2 golden buckets of doubloons.
Correct.
Golden doubloons.
A full theater, each with a golden bucket.
Like a Scrooge McDuck full of doubloons.
Correct.
Of love. For
yes.
All right.
Yeah, an inferno of doubloons.
Sloth, you're gonna live with me now.
I hate you.
I'm gonna take care of you. Because I love you.
God damn you.
Oh, I love you, Sloth.
It's really easy to adopt somebody back then. You know?
Even if he's a criminal.
Yeah. What's his name?
Lotney. Lotney Fratelli.
Lotney Fratelli. Oh.
All right, man. We did it.
Yeah, thanks for having me on this one, man. I appreciate it. This was so awesome.
That's it for this week. And that's it for our special 200th episode. I'm with you always. Look for me in the cloud at Popcorn Priest. I love movies and would love it if you'd share the love. Share this with the movie lover in your life. Another way to support the show is by throwing some doubloons at the priest by visiting patreon.com/popcornpriest and see what extra perks you can enjoy. I want to shout out Ike for one of our new patrons.
Oh, dope.
Appreciate you subscribing. And also, if you made it this far, go give us a 5-star review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. I commend thee. As always, thanks for listening, and thanks to my special reoccurring guest. Hopefully, we'll come back more.
I'm in.
And not wait a year or more, a year and a half.
I've been busy, bro.
Dr.
It's been
Dare.
a while.
Dr. Dare, a.k.a. you won't catch him in those polyester rags. Remember, when you watch movies, you can pop off, pop in, or pop out. But always bring the popcorn.